Ladies and gentlemen, let's get real for a moment. Life is not a straight road. It's winding, bumpy, and full of unexpected detours. But here's the good news: you have the power to navigate it better. Today, I want to share 10 things that can elevate your life to a level you didn't think possible. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of any meaningful achievement in life. It is the invisible force that drives ordinary people to accomplish extraordinary things. Success in any form is not handed out freely. It is earned through deliberate effort, commitment, and a willingness to endure discomfort for the sake of long-term rewards. You don't just wake up one day with all the answers, nor do you stumble upon greatness by chance. It requires a conscious decision to take control of your actions and remain steadfast, even when the path is fraught with challenges. Many people dream of success, but dreaming is the easy part. It doesn't cost you anything to imagine a better future. What separates dreamers from achievers is the ability to turn thoughts into action, and that action must be consistent. Self-discipline is the bridge between intentions and results. It's waking up early to work on your goals when the bed feels warm and inviting. It's saying no to distractions when every fiber of your being craves immediate gratification. It's showing up every single day, whether you feel like it or not. The truth is, there will be days when motivation fails you. Motivation is fleeting. It ebbs and flows like the tide, dictated by emotions and circumstances. But self-discipline is unwavering. It's a decision you make once and reaffirm daily, regardless of how you feel. Think about the great athletes, artists, or entrepreneurs you admire. They didn't reach the top because they felt inspired every day. They got there because they built habits rooted in discipline, habits that carried them forward even on their worst days. Building self-discipline is not easy, and it shouldn't be. If it were simple, everyone would do it, and success would lose its meaning. The challenge of mastering self-discipline lies in confronting yourself. It's about holding yourself accountable, even when no one is watching. It's about recognizing the gap between where you are and where you want to be, and having the courage to bridge that gap through consistent effort. This requires honesty with yourself, acknowledging your weaknesses and working to overcome them instead of making excuses. One of the greatest barriers to self-discipline is the allure of comfort. As humans, we are wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain, and this can make it difficult to choose the hard but necessary path. It's easier to scroll through social media than to focus on studying. It's more enjoyable to binge watch a series than to hit the gym. But here's the reality: comfort is a trap. It lulls you into a state of complacency, keeping you stagnant while life moves forward without you. Self-discipline, on the other hand, demands that you step out of your comfort zone and embrace the temporary discomfort that comes with growth. The rewards of self-discipline, however, are profound. It grants you control over your life, allowing you to shape your future instead of being a victim of circumstance. When you cultivate discipline, you build confidence because you begin to trust yourself. You know that you can set a goal and follow through. This sense of self-reliance is empowering, and it spills over into every area of your life, from your career to your relationships to your personal well-being. But self-discipline is not about perfection. It's not about never making mistakes or always getting it right. It's about persistence. It's about falling down and choosing to get back up over and over again. It's understanding that progress is not linear and that setbacks are part of the journey. The key is to stay focused on the bigger picture, to remind yourself why you started, and to keep moving forward no matter how small the steps. Guarding your health is not just a priority, it's a necessity. Without it, nothing else in life holds meaning. What's the use of ambition, success, or even love if your body and mind are too worn down to enjoy them? Your health is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Neglect it, and you risk everything. Prioritize it, and you unlock the energy, strength, and clarity needed to chase your dreams and live a fulfilling life. Taking care of your physical health starts with the basics: what you eat, how you move, and how you rest. It's easy to overlook these simple practices in the hustle of daily life, but they're non-negotiable. The food you eat fuels your body, so choose wisely. Junk food may be tempting, but it leaves you feeling sluggish and unfocused. Eating balanced, nutritious meals doesn't have to be complicated. Think of it as an investment in yourself. Every healthy choice you make today pays dividends tomorrow. Movement is another pillar of health, and it doesn't have to mean spending hours in a gym. The human body was designed to move, walk, stretch, lift, dance, run. Movement keeps your heart strong, your muscles active, and your mind sharp. It's not just about aesthetics, it's about longevity. Regular exercise improves mood, reduces stress, and increases energy levels. Even 20 minutes a day can make a world of difference. Think of it this way: every step you take, every weight you lift, every stretch you hold is a vote for the future you want to create. But don't underestimate the importance of rest. In a culture that glorifies the grind, rest often takes a back seat. Yet sleep is when your body heals and recharges. It's when your brain processes and stores information. Lack of sleep can unravel even the strongest of minds and bodies. Prioritize rest as much as you prioritize work. Create routines that allow your body to wind down and treat sleep as sacred. Without it, even the best nutrition and exercise won't be enough. Physical health is only part of the equation. Your mental and emotional health are just as critical. Life can be overwhelming at times, and stress, anxiety, or depression can creep in, often unnoticed. Ignoring these signs can be dangerous, not just for your mind, but for your body too. Stress, when left unchecked, takes a toll on your heart, your immune system, and even your digestion. Mental health isn't something to brush aside, it's something to fiercely protect. So how do you do that? Start by acknowledging your feelings. If you're struggling, talk it out. Speak to someone you trust, whether it's a friend, a family member, or a professional. There's no shame in seeking help. In fact, it's one of the bravest things you can do. Sometimes you need to breathe it out, literally. Deep breathing, meditation, or mindfulness can work wonders in calming a racing mind and bringing you back to the present moment. And for those who turn to faith, prayer can be a powerful tool, offering comfort and guidance in times of uncertainty. Health isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. It's about waking up with energy and enthusiasm for the day ahead. It's about being present with your loved ones and having the stamina to pursue your passions. It's about resilience, having the strength to face challenges head on because your mind and body are prepared for the fight. Too often, people sacrifice their health in the pursuit of success, only to find that no amount of money, recognition, or achievement can replace it. Don't make that mistake. Guard your health fiercely. Treat it as the treasure it is, because when you protect your health, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. Time is the most precious resource you have. It's not something you can store away for later or earn back once it's gone. Every second, every minute, every hour you spend is a piece of your life that you'll never see again. Think about that. The clock is always ticking, and no amount of wishing, regretting, or hoping can stop it. That's why it's so important to stop wasting time on things that don't matter and start focusing on what truly does. Every day, people squander hours on meaningless activities, mindlessly scrolling through their phones, engaging in idle gossip, or worrying about things completely out of their control. Let's be honest, how often do you catch yourself doing these things? It's easy to fall into these traps because they feel effortless. Scrolling through social media gives you a quick dopamine hit. Gossip makes you feel included, and worrying tricks you into believing you're being productive. But in reality, none of these activities move you closer to your goals. They don't add value to your life. Instead, they steal your most valuable currency, your time. Imagine if you treated time the way you treat money. Would you waste it on things that bring no return? Would you throw it away without thinking? Probably not. The difference is that while you can always earn more money, you can't earn more time. Every moment you waste is a moment you could have spent building something meaningful. So stop giving your time to things that don't deserve it. Instead, start investing your time in what matters. Spend it on your growth, whether that's learning a new skill, working on a personal project, or simply taking the time to reflect and improve. Growth doesn't happen by accident. It requires intentional effort, and that effort takes time. But the beauty of investing in yourself is that the returns are exponential. Every hour you spend developing yourself pays off in ways you can't even imagine. Your dreams also deserve your time. Everyone has aspirations, but too many people leave them on the shelf gathering dust because they think they'll get to them someday. The problem is, someday isn't guaranteed. If you don't make time for your dreams now, they'll never become reality. And here's the truth: pursuing your dreams doesn't require massive, sweeping changes all at once. It starts with small, consistent actions. Maybe it's dedicating an hour each day to writing, studying, or practicing. Maybe it's carving out a few minutes to plan your next steps. Whatever it is, the important thing is to start. But life isn't just about personal growth and ambition. Time spent with loved ones is equally, if not more, important. At the end of the day, it's the relationships we build and the memories we create that give life its meaning. Make time for the people who matter: your family, your friends, your partner. Listen to them, laugh with them, and be present. You'll never regret the moments you spend with the people you love. And let's talk about worrying. How much time do you waste agonizing over things you can't control? The weather, other people's opinions, mistakes from the past, it's all out of your hands. Worrying doesn't change the outcome, it only drains your energy and steals your peace. Instead of dwelling on what you can't control, focus on what you can. Use your time to take action, to make progress, to build something better. Every single one of us has the same 24 hours in a day. The difference between those who achieve their goals and those who don't lies in how they use that time. So take a hard look at where your hours are going. Are they moving you closer to the life you want? Or are they being wasted on distractions and negativity? The choice is yours. Time waits for no one, but it rewards those who respect it. Stop wasting it on things that don't matter and start investing it in what does. Because when you take control of your time, you take control of your life. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your life. Their words, their energy, their habits, it all rubs off on you, whether you realize it or not. That's why choosing your circle wisely is not just important, it's essential. If you're spending your time with people who drain your energy, criticize your every move, or hold you back from reaching your potential, you can't expect to thrive. Instead, you'll find yourself weighed down, struggling to move forward, and wondering why you can't seem to make progress. Think about it: if you surround yourself with negativity, you'll absorb it. It's inevitable. Negative people will pull you into their storms, feeding your doubts and amplifying your fears. They'll tell you why something won't work instead of encouraging you to try. They'll focus on your flaws instead of your strengths. And over time, their voices become your own, whispering insecurities that weren't even there to begin with. You can't soar with that kind of weight holding you down. But when you're around the right people, everything changes. These are the ones who inspire you to be better, not by criticizing you, but by showing you what's possible. They're not afraid to challenge you, to push you out of your comfort zone because they want to see you grow. They celebrate your wins without envy because your success doesn't threaten them, it excites them. These are the people who make you feel like the best version of yourself just by being in their presence. Choosing your circle wisely means taking a hard look at the people in your life and asking yourself some tough questions. Are they helping you grow or are they holding you back? Do they lift you up or do they bring you down? Are they genuinely happy for your successes or do they secretly resent them? These questions aren't easy to answer, but they're necessary. Because the truth is, not everyone deserves a seat at your table. And that's okay. It doesn't mean you have to cut people out of your life with bitterness or anger. It just means you need to set boundaries. Some relationships are meant to be close and deep, while others are better kept at a distance. The key is to prioritize the ones that add value to your life and minimize the influence of those that don't. Don't be afraid to seek out people who inspire you, even if it means stepping outside of your current circle. Find mentors who have walked the path you want to follow. Build friendships with people who challenge you to think bigger and aim higher. Surround yourself with individuals who live with purpose and integrity, and watch how their example influences you. Remember, the right circle isn't about quantity, it's about quality. It's better to have a few solid people in your corner than a crowd of acquaintances who don't really care. True friends will support you even when the road gets rough. They'll tell you the truth even when it's hard to hear. They'll stand by you not because they need something from you, but because they believe in you. And let's be clear, this isn't just about what others can do for you. It's a two-way street. Be the kind of person you want in your circle. Lift others up. Celebrate their wins. Challenge them to grow. Inspire them by living with integrity and purpose. Because when you do that, you naturally attract people who share the same values and vision. Your circle matters more than you think. It shapes your mindset, influences your decisions, and ultimately determines the direction of your life. So choose wisely. Surround yourself with people who want to see you win, who push you to be your best, and who celebrate your journey without envy. Because with the right people by your side, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Learning is the engine of growth. It's what takes you from where you are to where you want to be. And here's the thing, it doesn't stop once you leave school or earn a degree. The most successful people, the ones who truly make an impact, are perpetual students. They understand that learning isn't a phase, it's a lifelong commitment. Think about it. Every skill you've ever mastered, every piece of wisdom you've gained, started with a willingness to learn. Whether it was figuring out how to ride a bike, solve a problem, or navigate a difficult situation, you had to open yourself up to new knowledge. And that process doesn't just stop because you've reached a certain age or achieved a certain milestone. The moment you stop learning is the moment you stop growing. The world is constantly changing. New ideas, technologies, and challenges emerge every day. If you're not learning, you're falling behind. But when you make learning a priority, you stay ahead of the curve. You're able to adapt, to innovate, and to seize opportunities that others might miss. Learning keeps your mind sharp, your perspective fresh, and your spirit alive. Now, learning doesn't have to mean sitting in a classroom or earning another degree, though those can certainly be valuable. It's about curiosity. It's about being willing to ask questions, to seek answers, and to challenge what you think you know. It can be as simple as picking up a book, watching a documentary, or listening to someone with a different perspective. The point is to stay engaged, to keep your mind active, and to never settle for what you already know. Knowledge is power. And I'm not just talking about the kind of power that gets you a promotion or wins you an argument. I'm talking about the kind of power that gives you freedom. When you know more, you can do more. You can make better decisions, solve problems more effectively, and create opportunities for yourself and others. Learning gives you the tools to take control of your life and shape it in the way you want. But knowledge alone isn't enough. It's what you do with it that matters. You have to apply what you learn. It's no use knowing the right path if you're not willing to walk it. Learning is the starting point, but action is what turns knowledge into results. So don't just learn for the sake of learning. Learn with purpose. Learn with the intention of making a difference, whether that's in your own life, in your community, or in the world. And let's not forget the role of humility in learning. No matter how much you know, there's always more to discover. Life is too vast, too complex for anyone to ever know it all. The moment you think you've got it all figured out is the moment you stop growing. Stay humble. Stay curious. Be willing to admit when you're wrong and open to new perspectives. That's how you truly grow. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to learn more. Seek out mentors who have walked the path you're on and can offer guidance. Engage with those who see the world differently than you do. They can teach you things you'd never discover on your own. And don't be afraid to ask questions. Asking isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It shows that you're willing to acknowledge what you don't know and take steps to change that. Finally, understand that learning isn't always comfortable. Sometimes it challenges your beliefs, forces you to confront your flaws, or pushes you out of your comfort zone. But that's where growth happens. Embrace the discomfort. Lean into it. Because the lessons learned in those moments are the ones that stick with you forever. Life is the greatest classroom, and every day is an opportunity to learn something new. Don't waste it. Keep seeking, keep questioning, and keep growing. Because the more you learn, the more you'll realize just how much you're capable of achieving. Gratitude is one of life's simplest yet most powerful practices. It requires no money, no special skills, no extra time, only a shift in perspective. But that shift can change everything. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring life's challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to focus on the good, even in the midst of the bad. It's about recognizing the blessings you already have, instead of constantly yearning for more. When was the last time you paused to truly say thank you? Not just to the people around you, but to life itself, to the air you breathe, the ground beneath your feet, and the moments that make up your day? Gratitude isn't about waiting for big wins or extraordinary events. It's about finding joy in the ordinary, the smile of a loved one, the warmth of the sun on your face, the simple fact that you're alive. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. Instead of dwelling on what you lack, you begin to see all that you have. And here's the beauty of it: the more you practice gratitude, the more you realize just how much you've been given. It's a mindset that turns not enough into more than enough. You can't feel poor when you're counting your blessings, and you can't feel bitter when your heart is full of thanks. This isn't just feel-good talk. Science backs it up. Studies show that practicing gratitude can improve your mental health, strengthen your relationships, and even boost your physical well-being. People who regularly express gratitude are often happier, less stressed, and more resilient in the face of challenges. It's as if gratitude rewires your brain to notice the good instead of fixating on the bad. But gratitude takes practice. It's not always easy, especially when life feels heavy or unfair. In those moments, it might feel impossible to find something to be thankful for. But that's exactly when gratitude matters most. It doesn't mean denying your struggles, it means finding strength in them. It means saying, "This is hard, but I'm grateful for the lessons it's teaching me. I'm grateful for the strength I'm discovering in myself." Start small. Begin each day by listing 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be monumental. It could be as simple as the cup of coffee that started your morning, the roof over your head, or the kind words of a stranger. Over time, this habit trains your mind to see the positive even in the smallest details. Express your gratitude out loud. Tell the people in your life how much they mean to you. A simple thank you can go a long way. It doesn't just make them feel appreciated, it deepens your connection to them. And don't forget to thank yourself too. Acknowledge the progress you've made, the challenges you've overcome, and the effort you've put in to become who you are today. Gratitude isn't just for the easy times, it's for the hard ones too. When you're faced with difficulty, gratitude can be your anchor. It reminds you that even in the storm, there are blessings to hold on to. It might be the support of a friend, the lessons learned through pain, or simply the fact that you've made it this far. Gratitude doesn't erase the struggle, but it gives you the strength to keep going. And here's the secret: the more grateful you are, the more you'll have to be grateful for. Gratitude has a way of multiplying. When you focus on the good, you attract more of it into your life. It's like opening a door that allows abundance to flow in. So make gratitude a daily practice. Let it be the lens through which you view your life. Say thank you often and mean it. Thank the people around you, the opportunities you're given, and even the challenges that shape you. Life becomes richer, fuller, and more meaningful when seen through the eyes of gratitude. And perhaps the greatest gift of all is realizing that no matter what, there is always something to be thankful for. Life has a way of piling up commitments, possessions, worries, distractions. We live in a culture that glorifies more money, more success, more likes on a post. It's a race with no finish line, a pursuit that leaves many feeling empty despite having everything. But here's the truth: happiness often lies in less, not more. Simplify your life, and you'll make room for what truly matters. Simplifying isn't about giving up everything or living without ambition. It's about cutting away the unnecessary, the superficial, and the burdensome so you can focus on what brings you peace, joy, and fulfillment. Think about your daily life. How much time do you spend chasing things that don't really matter? How often are you weighed down by things you don't even need? Simplifying your life is about clearing that clutter, physical, mental, and emotional. Start with the physical. Look around your space. Is it filled with things that serve no purpose or bring you no joy? We often accumulate possessions as if they're markers of success, but they can quickly become chains that tie us down. Simplifying doesn't mean throwing everything away. It means keeping what adds value to your life and letting go of the rest. A clean, uncluttered space leads to a clear, uncluttered mind. Now think about your commitments. Are you overextended? Saying yes to everyone and everything? Simplifying your life means learning to say no. No to obligations that drain your energy, no to relationships that bring you stress, and no to distractions that pull you away from your goals. Saying no isn't selfish, it's necessary. It allows you to focus your time and energy on what truly matters to you. Comparison is another form of clutter, and it's one of the heaviest burdens you can carry. Social media and modern culture feed us a constant stream of other people's highlight reels, making it easy to feel like we're not enough. But comparison is a thief. It steals your joy and distracts you from your path. Simplify your life by letting go of the need to measure yourself against others. Focus on your journey, your values, and your progress. Stress thrives in complexity. The more you have, whether it's stuff, commitments, or worries, the more stress you invite into your life. Simplifying means identifying what causes you unnecessary stress and finding ways to eliminate or reduce it. Maybe it's decluttering your schedule, setting better boundaries, or letting go of things you can't control. Whatever it is, simplifying gives you the freedom to breathe, to relax, and to find peace. Simplifying isn't just about subtraction, it's about addition in disguise. By removing what doesn't matter, you make space for what does. You create room for meaningful relationships, personal growth, and the pursuit of your passions. You free yourself to enjoy the present moment instead of being weighed down by the past or anxious about the future. This journey isn't always easy. The world around you will keep pushing the idea that more is better. But true contentment comes from aligning your life with your values, not society's expectations. Simplifying requires honesty about what you want, what you need, and what you're willing to let go of. It takes courage to step off the treadmill of more and embrace a life of enough. As you simplify, you'll notice something powerful. Your peace begins to grow. You'll feel lighter, freer, and more focused. Life won't feel so chaotic or overwhelming. You'll discover the joy of living intentionally, of choosing what truly matters over what merely distracts. So take a step back. Look at your life and ask yourself, what's cluttering my space, my mind, my heart? What can I let go of to make room for what I truly value? Simplify, and you'll find that the less you carry, the more peace, clarity, and happiness you'll gain. Fear is a shadow, always lurking, always whispering. It tells you that you're not strong enough, not brave enough, not capable enough. It plants doubts in your mind and paralyzes your actions. But here's the truth about fear: it's a liar. It thrives on avoidance, growing stronger each time you choose to turn away. But the moment you face it head on, it begins to shrink. Fear isn't inherently bad. It's a survival mechanism designed to protect you from harm. But in the modern world, fear often overreaches, stopping us not from danger, but from growth. It keeps us in our comfort zones and safe spaces where we don't have to risk failure or rejection. But growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. The life you want, the person you're meant to become, lies on the other side of fear. Think about it. How many times have you let fear dictate your choices? Maybe it told you not to apply for that job because you weren't qualified enough. Or it convinced you not to express your feelings because you might be rejected. Fear is skilled at creating stories, what ifs, and worst case scenarios that make inaction seem like the best option. But these stories are illusions. The real danger lies not in taking the leap, but in staying where you are. Facing your fears starts with acknowledgement. Don't deny that you're afraid, accept it. Fear isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign that you're stepping into something important. If it didn't matter, you wouldn't feel fear. So instead of running from it, ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen most of the time? The answer isn't as catastrophic as your fear makes it seem. And even if it is, chances are you're stronger and more capable than you think. The next step is action. Fear loses its power the moment you step toward it. It's like shining a light in a dark room. The unknown becomes known, the imagined becomes real, and suddenly it's not so scary. Whether it's speaking up in a meeting, starting a new venture, or confronting a difficult truth, action is the antidote to fear. Even small steps can have a profound impact. Each step forward builds confidence, proving to yourself that you can handle more than you thought. Remember, fear and courage are not opposites. Courage doesn't mean the absence of fear, it means acting in spite of it. Every person you admire, every success story you've heard, is rooted in someone choosing courage over fear. They felt the same doubts, the same insecurities, but they didn't let those feelings stop them. They leaned in, took the risk, and reaped the rewards. Failure is often what fear tries to protect you from, but failure isn't the end, it's a teacher. Each stumble, each setback brings valuable lessons. When you embrace failure as part of the journey, fear loses its sting. You begin to see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to grow. And with every failure you overcome, your resilience strengthens, making future fears feel smaller. It's also important to surround yourself with support. Facing fear doesn't mean going it alone. Share your struggles with trusted friends, mentors, or loved ones who can encourage you and offer perspective. Sometimes just speaking your fears out loud can diminish their power. You realize you're not the only one who feels this way, and that alone can be freeing. The more you face your fears, the more you realize how much they've been holding you back. You'll find yourself taking risks you once avoided, seizing opportunities you once let slip by. Life becomes richer, fuller, and more authentic when fear no longer has the final say. So the next time fear whispers in your ear, remember it's not there to stop you, it's there to signal that you're on the brink of something meaningful. Don't let it turn you away. Face it, step into it. The moment you do, you'll discover that fear isn't the immovable force it pretends to be. It's just a shadow, and you have the power to walk right through it. There's a profound truth that often gets overshadowed in the chase for personal success. Life isn't all about you. While striving for goals and personal growth is essential, true fulfillment often lies not in what you achieve for yourself, but in what you do for others. Serving others is one of the most powerful ways to create a life of meaning, connection, and joy. It's not just a moral duty, it's a path to genuine happiness. When you take a moment to step outside of yourself, to look beyond your own wants and needs, you start to see the world differently. There's a unique kind of satisfaction that comes from lifting someone else up, from easing their burden, or from using your strengths to make someone else's life a little better. It's a feeling no material success can replicate. Serving others doesn't have to mean grand gestures or massive sacrifices. It's often the small acts of kindness that make the biggest impact. A listening ear when someone feels unheard, a helping hand when someone is struggling, a kind word when someone feels invisible. These are the moments that stick with people, that ripple out and create change. When you serve others, you also discover a deeper sense of purpose. It shifts your focus from what can I get to what can I give. That shift doesn't just help others, it transforms you. It opens your heart, broadens your perspective, and aligns you with something bigger than yourself. Suddenly, your challenges don't seem as insurmountable, and your successes feel more meaningful because they're shared. And let's not forget, serving others is a way of sharing your gifts. Each of us has unique talents, strengths, and experiences. These aren't just for your benefit, they're tools to help others. When you share your knowledge, your time, or your skills, you're putting those gifts to their highest use. Think about it, the teacher who inspires, the coach who encourages, the friend who supports, all of them are serving others. And in doing so, they create lasting impact. But let me be clear, serving others isn't about recognition or validation. It's not about getting a pat on the back or earning someone's gratitude. True service comes from a place of authenticity, from a genuine desire to help. When you give without expecting anything in return, that's when the magic happens. That's when you experience the joy and fulfillment that only selflessness can bring. Serving others also teaches you humility. It reminds you that no one achieves anything alone and that everyone, at some point, needs a helping hand. It keeps you grounded, grateful, and aware of the interconnectedness of life. It's a way of saying, I see you, I value you, we're in this together. And here's the beauty of it: serving others doesn't just benefit the recipient, it benefits you. Studies have shown that acts of kindness and service can boost your mood, reduce stress, and even improve your health. It's a reminder that when you help someone else rise, you lift yourself up too. In serving others, you also create a ripple effect. Your actions inspire others to do the same, creating a chain of positivity and connection that can extend far beyond what you'll ever see. The person you help today might turn around and help someone else tomorrow, and so on. It's a cycle of goodness that starts with you. Life is not meant to be lived in isolation or self-centeredness. It's about relationships, community, and shared humanity. When you make someone else's load a little lighter, when you share your light to brighten someone else's path, you're not just helping them, you're contributing to the collective good. So look around you. Who can you serve today? What gift, no matter how small, can you offer? It might be your time, your wisdom, your kindness, or simply your presence. Whatever it is, give it freely and watch how it transforms not just the lives of others, but your own. In serving others, you find the true meaning of success, not in what you gain, but in what you give. You didn't come this far by accident. Every step, every trial, every moment that's brought you here has been part of a larger plan, one that you may not always fully understand, but one that's working on your behalf. The truth is, there's a bigger force at play, a force that's guiding you, shaping your journey, and empowering you to become the person you were always meant to be. That force is faith. When you put faith at the center of your life, it's like planting a seed in fertile soil. It grows, it strengthens, and it sustains you in ways you never imagined. Faith isn't just a religious concept, it's a belief in something greater than yourself. It's trust. Trust in the process. Trust that even in the moments when things seem unclear or out of control, there's a purpose behind it all. Life is full of uncertainties, and there will be times when you're tested. When the storms of life hit, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, to question whether you're on the right path or if everything is just falling apart. But when you stay anchored in faith, you realize that the storm isn't there to destroy you, it's there to build you. It's in the toughest moments that your faith is forged, tested, and refined. Having faith doesn't mean you won't face difficulties. In fact, it often means the opposite. But faith gives you the strength to persevere when things get tough. It gives you the courage to keep moving forward when you don't have all the answers, when everything seems uncertain. It allows you to trust that, even in the dark, there's a light guiding you towards something better. It reminds you that you're not alone on this journey. The challenges you face aren't obstacles meant to defeat you, they're opportunities meant to strengthen you, to help you grow into a stronger version of yourself. Faith also means trusting in the timing of your life. Too often we want things to happen on our schedule, we want success, answers, and breakthroughs right now. But sometimes the most important things in life take time. Trusting the process, even when it feels like you're stuck or moving slowly, is an act of faith. It's believing that everything is unfolding exactly as it's meant to. The path may not always be straight, but if you keep walking with faith, you'll eventually reach your destination stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what's ahead. When you put faith at the center, you develop a deeper sense of peace. You realize that you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You don't have to figure everything out on your own. Faith frees you from the burden of trying to control everything and allows you to release your worries, knowing that there's a higher power working things out in your favor. It shifts your focus from fear to hope, from doubt to confidence, from struggle to strength. Faith also connects you to something larger than yourself. It humbles you, reminding you that there is always something greater at work. This connection helps you stay grounded no matter how high you climb or how low you fall. When you center your life around faith, you're never really alone. Even when things seem bleak, you can find comfort in knowing that there's a force much greater than your struggles, a force that is always working for your good. You see, when you stay anchored in faith, nothing can truly break you. No setback, no disappointment, no hardship can destroy your spirit. Life will knock you down, but faith will lift you back up. It will keep you moving forward when the road ahead is unclear and will give you the strength to overcome obstacles that may seem impossible to surmount. When you put faith at the center of your life, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. So trust the process. Trust that the challenges you face are not in vain, but are shaping you into the person you are destined to become. Trust that even in your darkest moments, there is light ahead. And trust that no matter how far you have to go, you are never walking alone. The power of faith will see you through every storm, and when you come out on the other side, you will be stronger, wiser, and ready for whatever comes next. Ladies and gentlemen, these 10 things won't just change your life, they'll transform it. The question is, are you ready to step up? Because life isn't waiting for you to decide. The clock is ticking. So take that first step, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Thank you.